bow hunting whitetail deer in the late season. This is Sean McVeigh with Sean's Outdoor Adventures, and I want to invite you on this late season whitetail deer hunt that I just finished this morning. So today I'm up using the climber, my Lone Wolf climber. If you don't have a Lone Wolf, it's a great option for hunting public land, especially. I'll put a link for one in the description section if you want to look at them. Today, though, I'm actually on private land. So in years past, in the late season, I've tried to get a deer on public land with really not a whole lot of success after the gun season. So this year, I secured a couple private properties, asking permission, and I'm on a private property this morning. As it was getting daylight, I had deer movement already. I had a group of 4 or 5 doe and a little buck with them. It was actually it might have been 2 bucks in the group. I saw a spike at one point, and then a half rack, would have been a 6-pointer. I did some filming of the deer as it was cracking daylight, and then there's a cut soybean field right off the edge of the property I have permission to hunt. And there was a good number of deer, maybe like about 10 deer scattered throughout the field. And I, got a couple of glimpses of footage of them as they were out there. Something at one point kind of spooked a deer out in the field a little bit, and they ended up kind of coming their way toward me. But the wind was blowing right from me to the deer as well. So I was actually surprised they were working their way toward me. I think they knew something maybe was up, a couple of the doe, but they weren't terribly spooked either. So I filmed for a while, and they started to come into the woods, and a couple of deer were coming my way, and then finally that half rack buck came into the woods. And I really wanted to get some footage of him, but I couldn't move because this one big doe, I think she got a whiff of me at some point and just knew something wasn't quite right, and she was acting very cautious, and I didn't want to move to try to film the buck because the doe would have seen my movement, and that would have really kind of made things a little difficult. Would have got spotted and snorted and everything else. So I just kind of let the buck go through the woods without getting any footage of him. Then the doe and her 2 little ones, they worked their way through right underneath of me. And actually, there was another small one that joined up with them, so there was a doe and 3 little ones. One of them ended up going directly underneath me, and I was also surprised that the doe really went out of her way to go around where I have my trail camera set up. She definitely did not like that camera, and she made an effort to avoid it. I mean, she still ended up going in front of it, but at a farther distance than the main trail that goes in front of it. And the deer that went directly under me this morning was on a main deer trail, and it bedded down behind me. I tried to take a picture of it with my phone, but it saw my movement because it was facing me. So right now where I'm standing, there's this blow down here, and there's a major deer trail right here, and that fawn bedded down right here. There's a little dry creek bed that right now has nothing flowing in it, but its back was to the creek bed. This blowdown was to the side, so it was about maybe 8 yards away from me right here. This is the tree I was in. And the deer was right here. So it was an exciting morning. A lot of deer movement. Probably saw 10 to 15 different deer. Having binoculars is key. I got these binoculars. They're 10 by 42. I got them years ago because I wanted a little bit more power. I had maybe an 8 by something, and I got these. Actually, I think These are Bushnell. They're light. They were cheap and expensive, and they work pretty well for me. I've been using them for a couple years now. Also, at the end of the hunt, after all the deer movement stopped, I did do a couple deer grunts with this new grunt call I got. I got it off of Amazon. It has a slider on it. You could do a bleat. I like the bleat or the grunt. They have a mid doe, but I don't really like that. But it seems to work out pretty well. I can provide links for these if you're looking for anything like that. And for my bow, I got a Bowtech. My sight that I'm using, I really like this Trophy Ridge React Pro. I really like this Trophy Ridge React Pro sight. Using a GoPro mounted on there. I can provide links for some of this stuff if you're looking for any of it. Got my Tide Wee rangefinder. I didn't even put that away yet. It's sitting right here. They do give, Tide Wee does give a 15% discount to, if you use the promotional code I'll put in the description. So this is my late season hunt. If you're gonna do late season hunt, I do encourage you, try to get permission on private ground. Where I'm hunting right here is right off the edge of town. So there's not really much gun hunting that goes on here because it's kind of close to town. So again, when I was putting my plan together for the late season, I was trying to find properties, well, like this one, where there couldn't be any gun hunting. And so being close to town, also having that field right there is a good spot here. So just the bucks didn't come by today, but maybe the next time. I want to thank you for tuning in. Until next time, take care and God bless you.